I got the juice. I got JD from NY dancing on Twitter. Impact review is coming soon. Let me take a sip of the juice. There's a little dog in the background. He's tearing up a fucking old shoe. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, how's it going, guys? Guy on the internet who doesn't like reviews, bring you a late Impact Wrestling review. What the hell are you doing, bro? Anyway, this Impact, it was, like I said, Impact is in another rebuilding phase, and I can honestly say, unless they just completely sabotage themselves at Redemption, the show just keeps getting better. It's a steady incline of good storylines, good characters. Granted, some of them have left, but we got a new batch of people. Hopefully, they stay. And the storylines, like I said, and in-ring action is getting better. It's not 450 kicks, flips, New Japan stuff, but it's slowly increasing and getting better. So the beginning of the show starts with the Impact champion, Austin Aries, walking backstage. He's confronted by Josh Matthews and Matt Sydal. And Matt Sydal, he pretty much challenges him for the world title. And Austin Aries is like, okay, I've already been SVN champion. He gives it accolades. He's like, but I've never been a grand champion. And Josh's like, I don't want to put my title on the line. And Matt Sydal, he has a look. He's like, oh, wait a minute. I want to be world champion. Yeah, we're going to do that. And him and Jai have a whatever. So, moving on to the first match, you have the return of Suicide. Wow. Is it Caleb Conley playing Suicide? I think it is. Or just whoever. Caleb Conley, a.k.a. Suicide or whoever, versus Petey Williams versus Ishimori versus, I can't pronounce this guy's name, the Indian guy, and I hate to say it like that, but the Indian guy. Damn, I can't pronounce this guy's name because it's foreign. A foreign name to somebody's tongue who doesn't like really see that name. It's kind of hard to pronounce. I don't care what the internet says. It's hard to pronounce. Roger Rod. I just can't pronounce it. That guy, every time I see him, very fucking impressive. Because he's the S-Vision guy, but he doesn't follow the typical S-Vision stuff of flips, kicks, 450. He's a smash mouth striker in the S-Vision. That's something that really stands out in my opinion. So, all these guys got their shit in. Like I said, Roji, he stood out to me all in this match. But the winner was P. Williams. He ends up hitting the Canadian Destroyer on Roji. And let me say this. Petey Williams, that Canadian Destroyer he hit on this show, fucking devastating. Usually, like when he came back, he was doing it like kind of fast. So like, you know, when he went over, the guy's head really didn't hit the mat. Now he's doing it sort of like slow. So like when he comes down, you see the guy like completely planted, like making it even more devastating. So after the match, Petey Williams, he says, he grabs it as been his case, and he's like, look, Matt Sydal at Redemption, I want my S-Division title. So he's automatically challenging Matt Sydal for the S-Division title. And I'm going to talk more about that when we get to the main event. So moving on past that. Let me see, moving on a little bit. Oh, you get Eli Drake on the microphone. Anytime Eli Drake is near a microphone, shut the fuck up and just listen. The man is golden on the microphone. So he says, you know, look, the tag team title case, briefcase, whatever for Feast of Fire is good. It's okay, but I would rather have the world title because I don't need a partner. I don't have a partner. I don't want some cross-eyed half-wit still in the spotlight because I'm a one-man show. I'm Eli Drake. And then he gets the gears rattling up in the old brain, and he goes to find Moose. And he's like, Moose, look, you know, You only been here for how many years? You know, you might not be ready for the world title. So why don't you and Eddie Edwards become a tag team and win the tag team titles? Let's switch cases. And Moose thinks about it. He's like, you know what? I would like to do that. So next week is going to be me and you, case for case, which is very interesting. If Eli Drake wins, he gets the world title case, and he keeps the tag team title case. If Moose wins, it's vice versa. So I'm wondering how they're going to play that one out, because either way, it goes to a very interesting storyline. So moving on, you get the debut of Su Yung with Branson Sutter introducing her. Su Yung versus Amber Nova, Amber Jobber, whatever you want to call her. Pretty much beats up Amber Nova in like less than a minute. Hits the panic switch, which looked a lot crisper and cleaner this time. Instead of just doing the thing where she like stops and has to, plan her, she just does the complete spin and just throws her off of the shoulder and lands, which looks a lot better. Yes, it does look good. It looks devastating when you just plant somebody on top of their head, but it also makes it look a little bit more fluid when you're spinning and you just toss them and slam them. So Su Yung wins, and here's the interesting thing about this. When she's like going and leaving for the match, Brandon Sutter, he's like, yeah, like all, I want to say infatuated with Su Yung. Maybe that's too strong of a word, but he's like in awe of Su Yung. And Su Yung just looking at him like, who the fuck? Why are you here? Like, what the fuck? Which is interesting. Like, is she really with the guy? She's not. Like, what's their relationship as far as them being together? Why are they together? What's the main goal here? So moving past that, you get a backstage brawl between Taya Valkyrie and Rosemary. Taya Valkyrie, she's backstage. She's like walking, boasting, bragging about beating up Rosemary. And while she's boasting and bragging, the camera pans out, and Rosemary, she's like wearing her regular gear, and also she's wearing the Cactus Jack Mick Foley flannel with holding the trash can, and she's mocking Taya while walking up top. Taya stops and she just completely throws the trash can at Taya. Comes down out of, why are you scratching me, little dog? Anyway, you coming up or not, bro? Anyway, so she comes down, out of magic, the magic of television, and they start brawling. All of a sudden, Taya, she takes control of the fight and pushes Rosemary into like a dumpster bin or whatever, and out comes Dick Justice. I forgot his TNA name. Anyway, he comes out. Taya gives him a forearm, and then Rosemary spits the mist in Taya's face. Taya doesn't know who she's hitting or whatever, and she starts like choking out Amber Nova. The rest of the people backstage, they come, try to separate Taya from Amber, and then Rosemary, she magically gets back up on top of the top pod thing or whatever she was walking on, and like does a complete dive onto everybody, and then leaves. So the feud between Taya and Rosemary is far from over. So I'm wondering what kind of match they're going to do for redemption between these two. How is this feud going to blow off? Then you have like another one of these matches where they go away from the impact zone. It's KM versus Falaba. It was okay. Nothing really special here. Obviously, they're trying to get Falaba over as sort of like a new mid-card babyface, and he's okay. He's not that bad. The only thing I see wrong with Falaba now is they have him lose a lot. And here's the thing about babyfaces: if they keep losing too much, people don't really care because they're fucking losers. And I hope that TNA doesn't get into that habit of having him just become a jobber, like the lovable jobber, the lovable fat jobber. No, you kind of need that man to go on some kind of winning streak. KM picks up the victory after followed by tries to go for that Samoan drop thing on in the corner. He rolls him up and has his foot on the ropes, and then calls him Fat LaBar on the mic. It's KM. You would expect something like that. So moving on past that, you get Brian Cage versus Bobby Lashley. And by God, this match was fucking awesome. Look, if this match didn't convince you that Brian Cage should be in the X Division, stop it. Stop biting me. Why? Don't look at me like that. You're biting me. And you just got 8. You just ate. Don't. Anyway, I'm just gonna put Where was I? If this match didn't convince you that Brian Cage should be in the X Division, I don't know what will. The man is a monster, but yet he's hitting things that smaller X Division guys do with ease. And just him being in the X Division would be a breath of fresh air. Yes, Petey Williams, he has the case. I think he should lose it. I think he should lose Matt Sydal, and the feud should be Matt Sydal versus Brian Cage, with Brian Cage chasing the crafty Matt Sydal, which would be an interesting dynamic. But this match, Bobby Lashley was putting on all the sauce. Cage, like I said, he was doing things that I've seen before in like other promotions that he does, but with this whole gimmick they have him being the monster and like big and strong, it just came out of nowhere that he was hitting springboard DDTs, he was hitting the moonsaults, he was just doing all this stuff to try to combat Lashley. And in the end, after like Lashley hits a spear, Cage rolls out, he puts him back in. 1, 2, Cage kicks out. He's arguing with the referee. Cage gets up, hits a devastating spinning lariat, gets the pinfall on Lashley. 1, 2, 3. A new muscle guy is crowned or whatever. A changing of the guard, if you will. See, that's doing it right. If Lashley's gonna leave, you gotta have some other big, strong guy there to be sort of like a gatekeeper, or you gotta get past this guy to do this or that. So that's a good thing they did that. And okay, then you have Brian Cage. Oh yeah, you had a throwback match. And look, usually I really don't care about these like GWN throwback classic matches. I really don't. I wish they would get rid of them. But this match is AJ Styles, Chris Sabin, Petey Williams match. It took me back, yo. This was classic TNA. This was the type of match that even if the hardest of hard WWE fanboys saw, he'd be like, yeah, that was pretty good. This match was incredible, and it still is to this day. I sit there, I was like, I'm going to change it. I'm going to skip forward. But then AJ Styles started wrestling. Chris Sabin, all this happened, and it was fucking awesome. And I loved every second of it. So, if you haven't seen that match, I recommend you go back and see it. Chris Sabin versus PD versus AJ. 3-way X Division title match. Awesome. And moving forward. Okay, I already talked about the Eli Drake thing. Oh, yeah, you had Eddie Edwards going to Ohio. He cuts his promo in the beginning of the show talking about how Ohio versus everything, OVE, they try to end his career. They stalked his wife, and now he's coming for them. And then they cut to the second promo where he's in Ohio. He goes into Rockstar Pro Wrestling, where I guess OVE's wrestling or whatever. He goes in, like knocks people down, starts taking out guys with kendo sticks, security and all. He calls out OVE. And out comes Sami Callihan. OVE tried to beat him up. He knocks him off, beats up Callihan. It keep going for a while. Eventually, OVE they the numbers game. They beat up Eddie, and throughout this beatdown or whatever, and Eddie's being out there, they pipe it. I'm sure it was piped in. Look, can we get past them piping in sound? It's a fucking taped television show. It's a television show. People are getting mad that they tape in sounds. By God, it's 2018. So anyway, it goes into this whole dynamic of the OVE characters. They're Ohio versus everything. Why wouldn't they be the heroes in Ohio, where they live, where they grew up, born and raised in Dayton? They're in Dayton, Ohio. Why wouldn't the crowd be chanting Ohio OVE, OVE? They're the heroes in this situation. You ever hear that saying, a hero to some, but a villain to others? And it's vice versa. It's the same thing. Outside of Ohio, these guys are deplorable, disgusting villains. In Ohio, they're the kings. They're like I said, they're heroes. So it makes sense that the crowd be chanting for them. Everybody in Ohio, in that particular area, is with Ohio versus everything. It only makes perfect sense. Anyway, so they beat Eddie Edwards. He takes out Eddie Edwards with the baseball bat again. And then he says that he's not through with Eddie. He let him leave Ohio because he's going to take out everyone he loves just to show them that. So it was something. I still think this feud would be better with the world title involved and Eddie Edwards not being on television. But what can you do? I guess they're going to have Eddie Edwards versus Sami Callihan at Redemption. I don't know what. Maybe a cage match, something like that. What's the one they have with it enclosed and having all the weapons? Maybe they might have that one at Redemption. Who knows? Okay. Moving past that. Okay, there's a part that I skipped over here. You have Allie. She's backstage and she goes up to Gail Kim. She's like, Gail, I need some advice. What can I do about Su Yung? Blah blah blah. And Gail's like, look, I've been watching you. I've been here since you came here. You're ready for this. You can take out Su Yung. And look, Gail Kim still being backstage in segments and TNA gives me nightmares because the way she, maybe I'm reading too much into it. Maybe that's just me, but the way she looked at Allie when Allie left is like, we're gonna get Allie versus Gail somewhere down the road. I don't want it, but I feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, Gail Kim retired, but why is she backstage in segments? Oh, she's right still backstage. Usually, I mean, okay, why is Gail Kim on television? Like, I'm getting scared here. I'm getting scared that as soon as Allie vanquishes Su Yung, here comes Gail Kim like, oh, celebration. Nope. I want the title back, bitch. Gail Kim, bitches. That's what it's going to be. Hopefully I'm wrong. And then, main event. Before this, you have a promo where Austin Aries, he's like, yeah, I know Matt Sydal for a while. But the way he's acting now, I believe he might be smoking a little bit too much extracurricular, which means Matt Sydal smokes a lot of weed. And he's mad high all the fucking time. Oh, that's why he can't work it. Look, some people want to smoke fucking weed, bro. Don't get mad at them. He obviously has a good contract with TNA where he can smoke the weed he wants, how he wants it, and work other promotions. Don't hate the player, hate the game. He wants to be independent so he can be free of mind, smoke his weed, and not have the access to corporate authority. Matt Sydal summed it up in a nutshell. Oh no, it's because he can't work it. He can't cut it. Obviously not. Matt Sydal, he's Matt Sydal. Just look at the way the guy acts. He's not going to fit in with their team. Especially a guy that's a avid marijuana smoker. Why the fuck would he work there? It makes sense for him to work in these and other places if he likes smoking that much marijuana. It don't make sense. So you had this match, and this was a pretty good match. If I'm not mistaken, the first time that these two have sweat up in Impact. And look, Matt Sydal, every week to me, in my opinion, he proves himself as a main event player. And finally, he gets a character. Like it might be a small character, and it's still developing. He's not going into full heel mode. He's not going into full douchebag mode. But it's slowly and gradually getting there. And he's incorporating different moves. Now he does like the submissions with leg and everything like that, which still kind of puzzles me because he doesn't have like a legitimate submission that he's like tap people out with. I think that would make more sense with him now attacking the legs and not just being like a high striker type of high flyer type of guy. If he's doing like leg submissions type of stuff, maybe he should have like a submission, but maybe they just reading too much into it. And that new thing he does with that sliding German suplex with the bridge. And the way he hit it, Austin Aries is coming in for like a that discus elbow. He ducks it like he's already like on his knee. He ducks it and grabs Aries, and the torque he put on it, obviously he's already on his knees, so like he torques it. So like he's coming at a very low angle and just slams Aries dead on the back of his head, and it's like wow, that's a very interesting way to do the German suplex. And then he just like, okay, bridge, let go, and he just comes up like fucking awesome. Matt Sydal is fucking awesome, and now that he's finally got a character, main event guy in my opinion. But in the end, Austin Aries he boxes the ears like 3 times of Matt Sydal, and Josh he tries to like stop Aries from hitting the 450. Out comes Petey Williams who gets Josh away, and Matt Sydal he hits like a no hands hook around to occupy Aries, goes up for his own shooting star press, misses. Aries rocks and just completely all throughout the match. I think he hit like 6 or 7 of these like rolling elbows or rolling forearms, and this one just completely knocked the crap out of Sydal. Sydal like stumbles into the corner, and here comes Aries full speed ahead, drop kick, brain buster. He's the new grand champion. So another good episode of Impact. If you saw it, let me know your thoughts. Did you like it? Did you love it? And I think that's pretty much it. I got my Twitter up. I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna have that in the description. And also, not good, but Russell Talk Media, the Facebook group that we're part of. I'm gonna leave a link to that. Wrestling discussion is always welcome. And next week, since WrestleMania week is in full effect, Raw review. No SmackDown review because fuck SmackDown. NXT review, predictions, and then NXT TakeOver, then WrestleMania. This will be happening next week. Get ready. I would do a Ring of Honor review. Should I do a Ring of Honor review tomorrow? Maybe, if it's good. If it's just, look. If I do the Ring of Honor review, I'll talk about why I kind of skipped like some other things. Like I was gonna do the Ring of Honor. I still am, but some of the episodes are. You know how Ring of Honor does. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.